Ludicrous feed is proudly sponsored by Carloop Data and Koba Car Insurance. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. In today's video, I'm going to run through the XPENG Australia website where the configurator for the XPENG G6 is now live. You can now place a pre-order for $1,000 to secure a XPENG G6 in either standard range or extended range for delivery hopefully by the end of 2024. I'm going to run through three aspects of the website today. Number one, I'm going to go through the specs of the G6. Number two, I'm going to run through how to place a pre-order for the G6. Number three, I'm going to go through the website's FAQ. And lastly, I actually had the opportunity to look at a G6 in person because I was in China last week. So I had the pleasure of actually doing a walk around of the G6. So make sure you stay tuned till the end of this video for a walk around of the XPENG G6 in person. All right, so without further ado, let's have a look at the XPENG Australia website. So on the front page, it says here, XPENG G6 pre-orders now open, pricing to be announced by September 2024. It is now the end of June, so hopefully in 3 months' time, there'll be a price on this website. So let's scroll down this page, and there are some specs there, as you can see, but we will run through the side-by-side comparison of the XPENG G6 in both standard range and extended range towards the end of this page. Okay, so first thing is the WLTP 570 kilometers. That's the extended range. 6.7 seconds for 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. That's also extended range, and charging of 10 to 80% in 20 minutes, which I think is quite believable given it's got an 800 volt battery architecture. More on that very shortly. Second slide, your next electric SUV, sleek design, exceptional electric performance, state-of-the-art technologies. G6 is ready to impress. Next slide, immersed in cutting-edge technology. So, yes, high level of finish, premium materials, which I agree with. It was very nice to walk around the XPENG G6 in China. Again, stay tuned to the end of the video where I do a walk around of the car itself. The G6 has two 50-watt charging ports for smartphones and cooling capabilities. Infotainment system runs on its own smart OS. And it's got an X-Pilot driver assistance system as well, which I think runs on LiDAR as opposed to purely on cameras. So two screens, one a 10.2-inch screen in the middle, and a smaller central 14.96-inch screen through the steering wheel. Lots of features inside. You've got driver's seat with 8-way power adjustment and 4-way lumbar support, and also front seat ventilation and heating functions. Ventilation is very good for our Australian climate, of course. And lots of features are standard as well, including 20-inch rims with Michelin tires as standard, panoramic glass roof. Hopefully it'll be UV and IR treated. We'll confirm that on launch, of course. Heated leatherette seats throughout, ventilated front seats, as we said. Heated steering wheel, 4 USB ports, 2 times 50-watt charging ports for smartphones with cooling feature apparently, and V2L as well, so that's very important. Premium sound system, 18 speakers with a Sopera sound system. Again, I'm not sure whether that's just for the extended range or for across both standard and extended range. Latest generation EV platform, SEPA 2.0. Of course, the usual battery on the floor of the vehicle, the old skateboard design, which has become standard across the industry now, and looks like it's got both front and rear castings as well on the chassis, based on the SEPA 2.0 battery. And two versions, like I said, the rear-wheel drive standard range and rear-wheel drive long range as well. We'll go through the differences in a second. Both have a top speed of 200 kilometers an hour. Super fast charging 800 volt architecture battery. The extended range has a charging capacity of up to 280 kilowatt, which is pretty quick. And if it's anything like the Hyundai and Kia and Genesis eGMP platforms, then it can definitely deliver 10 to 80% in 20 minutes, which I've proven in those vehicles. So that's very exciting. Looks like the standard range is 66 kilowatt hours, with an LFP battery chemistry, 435 kilometers WLTP range, whereas the longer extended range has an 87.5 kilowatt hour NCM battery with a WLTP range of 570 kilometers. And these figures are verified also by EV Database, and the capacity of these batteries are usable as opposed to nominal. And quite a large vehicle as well, a wheelbase of 2.89 meters, and also has a length of 4.753 meters or 4,753 millimeters, which is very comparable to the Tesla Model Y, which has a length of 4,750 millimeters. So I think that's great that both are very similar size, and looks like the XPENG G6 will compete very much in that popular mid-size SUV where the Tesla Model Y sits currently in first place in Australia in terms of sales. 3.0 thermal management system heat pump, great to see, making the powertrain very efficient. And again, charging 10 to 80% in 20 minutes due to the 800 volt battery architecture and a capacity of 280 kilowatts. I guess the issue now is finding these rapid chargers in Australia, which there aren't actually that many. We'll have to question XPENG whether they will help roll out these fast chargers to take advantage of their 800 volt battery architecture. Okay, so let's compare now the standard with the long-range XPENG G6. Both are electric, obviously. Both have a rear-wheel drive powertrain. The standard XPENG G6 has a 190 kilowatt power output, whereas the XPENG long range is slightly more powerful at 210 kilowatts. Both allow 440 newton meters of torque. Because of the extra power output in the long range, it can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour at 6.7 seconds, whereas the standard range is 6.9 seconds. That's no slouch, by the way. That's still pretty quick. Both have an 800 volt battery architecture, and the driving range is 435 kilometers WLTP for the standard range, as opposed to 570 kilometers for the extended range. If you look at evdatabase.org, there's also an all-wheel drive performance variant as well, which is not coming to Australia at this stage, as far as I can see. Okay, so that's the XPENG G6 in more detail. Let's see how we can actually pre-order these vehicles. So back to the front page, let's click on pre-order, and it brings you now to this order page. So two variants, we've got XPENG G6 Standard and XPENG G6 Long, which is the long-range battery. If you click on XPENG G6 Standard and press Learn More, gives you a summary of what we've talked about already. 800 volt X-Power electric drive system, max power output of 190 kilowatts, max torque 440 newton meters, that will get you 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds, 435 kilometers WLTP range with a 66 kilowatt hour battery LFP, rear-wheel drive powertrain as well. Whereas if you click on the long range, 800 volt battery architecture again, 210 kilowatts, 440 newton meters in the powertrain, also rear-wheel drive, 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds, 87.5 kilowatt hour battery, which means 570 kilometers of WLTP range. Of course, we'll do our real-world range tests when this car comes onto the market, of course. Rear-wheel drive powertrain as with the standard range. So let's have a look at the pictures. So XPENG G6 there, front 3/4. Interior shots very similar to what I saw in China, by the way. So again, stay tuned until the end of this video where I run through that in person. And then there it is from the side. Looks very much like that mid SUV class that's very popular in Australia currently, where the Model Y sits in first place in terms of sales for EVs. There it is again in the front 3/4. So what colors are they offering for both variants? So you've got white, you've got silver frost, you've got graphite gray, and you've got black. So interesting 4 colors in those neutral tones. Not many other dark colors except for this signature fiery orange. Now we don't know which color is complementary at the moment. I would suspect it's the Arctic white. So in terms of interior, whether white comes as standard or whether black comes as standard, I'm not sure at this stage. Usually black comes as standard, white interiors normally cost a bit more. We shall see when the prices launch in September 2024. Wheels, 20-inch sport wheels with Michelin tires apparently come as standard, which is great. And let's have a look at pickup and delivery options. So if I just put in Chatswood 2067, there it is there. So let's press continue. So we can have the choice of either picking up your vehicle from XPENG Sydney or home delivery. So if I pick up from XPENG Sydney, XPENG will have experience centers in Sydney, Brisbane and Melbourne for convenient vehicle collection. Home delivery will be available for customers outside of these areas. Fees may apply. Again, we don't know how much the fees will cost for home delivery. And same if I were to pick home delivery, same pop-up screen comes up as well. And then if I press continue, you can choose your registration state or territory, pick whether it's personal or business, and then order details. They're just pre-order for now, no prices. You can select either trade-in or no trade-in, and then payment options either in cash, finance, or novated lease. And due today is $1,000, a fully refundable order fee. Delivery expected between October and November 2024, so Q4 2024 or second half. And then order with your card, account details, and then credit card details right there. So pretty straightforward order page there. Okay, so finally, let's have a look at the FAQ. But before we do that, just want to run through a couple more buttons on the main page. So you've got pre-order button there, we've just gone through. If you press discover the G6, it'll just run through all the specs that we've just gone through at the start of this video. And then finally, if you press notify me, you can subscribe to their newsletter and they'll give you more information as time goes on. Up here in the top here, you can press discover, and there's some marketing materials here on this page. And then support is the FAQ, which we'll go through right now. So how to pre-order your XPENG G6. So learn about your pre-order, pick up from an XPENG Experience Center, or we can deliver it to you as we've gone through already. So let's read our frequently asked questions. Let's have a look. So pre-ordering, we've just gone through there. Click to pre-order, select between the two variants, choose the exterior, interior color, choose between pickup or home delivery by entering your postcode, and then review the order whether you wanted to be contacted about trade-in or finance, and then paying a $1,000 fully refundable deposit using your credit card. After placing the order, you'll be able to monitor and manage this with your unique login. That's the My Account button here in the top right corner where you log into your account to check the status of your order. Updates will be provided in the weeks after your order is placed, keeping you informed of progress. Question 1. Pick up from an XPENG Experience Center or we can deliver it to you. So all customers will be able to choose between picking up their vehicle from an XPENG Experience Center, locations to be announced, or if there isn't one local or convenient, we will arrange home delivery free of charge. Look at this, free of charge asterisk to all our pre-order customers. The option you select during the pre-order can also be changed at any time. Now this free of charge with the asterisk, I remember reading this somewhere else on the website saying it's within reasonable distance. So I'll have to verify that for you, but that's what I remember reading on the mobile version of this website. Okay, question 3, how to manage your pre-order. You can manage your pre-order by signing into your account. If you have misplaced your access code, please use the Forget Your Access Code link at the bottom of the sign-in page. Where and when can I test drive the G6? We're looking forward to offering test drives in the near future. As soon as our test drive vehicles and locations have been confirmed, you'll be notified and invited to schedule a time and location that is convenient for you. I live outside of Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne. Can I still place an order? Yes, we are accepting orders Australia-wide and will ensure that your vehicle can be delivered to you when it arrives in Australia. That's good to know. Right, so that is the FAQ. So, main points. XPENG G6. There'll be 2 variants in rear-wheel drive. Standard range and extended range. It'll be an 800-volt battery architecture that can charge from 10 to 80% in hopefully 20 minutes for both variants. The standard range will charge most likely at 215 kilowatts DC, whereas the extended range can hopefully charge at 280 kilowatts DC, provided you have a fast enough DC charger, of course. The standard range has an LFP battery, and the extended range has an NMC battery. Both are fairly quick vehicles, 190 kilowatts for standard range, 215 kilowatts for the extended range, 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds and 6.7 seconds respectively. Okay, so you've made it this far. It's time now to watch my real-world walk-around of the XPENG G6 in Hangzhou, China when I was there last week to check out EVs in China. So hopefully you'll enjoy that walkthrough. Don't forget to leave some comments below and let me know whether you'll be placing a $1,000 refundable deposit before seeing the vehicle itself, or you'll be waiting for a test drive before placing that deposit. There's a picture of the X-Pilot marketing picture, and confirming that it'll be using LiDAR more so than cameras for its ADAS and autonomous driving. And that's a picture of the center screen and saying OTA, so presumably over-the-air updates for your vehicle. Alright, well thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the walkthrough, and I shall see you at the next Ludicrous video. And as always, happy charging. Alright, so here we are outside the XPENG store in Hangzhou. Let's go in there and check it out. Okay, so I've got the XPENG G6 here, the one that's coming to Australia. A few details for you to look at. LiDAR. Light across the front here. You're on. X. G6. What have we got here? Cooper tyres. Interesting. These are running on 18-inch. XPENG. Flush door handles, front and back. Oh, the seats are down here. Not too bad on the inside. Certainly a roomy boot. Let's go have a look at the boot. Oh, glass roof as well. That's good. XPENG detail. Charge port. Let's see. What we get. There we go. They all starting to look like that, right? They all sort of flip open automatically. XPENG badging on the back. G6. Ultrasonic sensors. We've got a camera. And button we can press down here. Let's have a look at the boot. No rear wiper. 60-40 split. This is starting to look very familiar. A lot of the brands have this lift, so obviously the same supplier. Boot lighting, 12 volt. Speaker back here, XPENG. Reclining back seats. No wiper, as I said. Let's press that. Soft close. XPENG. Let's have a look at the back seat. Yeah, look, it's probably, you know, mid to high premium sort of spec. Cup holders, probably back here. Yeah. Okay, USB-C plugs there. There we go. Oh, this is very curious. Look at this sort of round design here. And we've got the glass roof, of course. Yeah, I mean, the material's not too bad. Looks comfy enough. Very roomy. It's a legroom. Front screen. Pretty premium. Premium looking anyway. Wireless chargers. Steering wheel. Let's go around the front. This door shut test. Not too bad. Frameless door. Seat controls. Got cup holders. Power. Seat controls. Pedals. Steering wheel. XPENG. We've got a binnacle screen, cluster screen here. Obviously we'll take a better look when it does come to Australia eventually, which is obviously due in late 2024. Left hand indicate. Feels pretty good. Gear shift. Looks very Mercedes-like. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that should be good. Oh, little monitor there as well. Cool. Shall we look at the front? Let's have a look. Okay, can't see storage in the front here. Got there you go. Wiper fluid. And then we shut it. Double close. Yeah. Okay, so we've got rear reclining seats, but it's manual control. So let's have a seat. Yeah. So I can manually pull this. See you later. And bring back up as well. So that's good. Nice little feature there. And flat floor too. It's good. And some charging ports here as well. Under here, USB-A, USB-C. 12 volt, 80 watt max, and a bit of storage down here as well. Nice. See through. Yeah. Not a bad offering here from XPENG. Oh, we should probably have a look at this too. I said armrest. Storage. Pretty deep. Nice. All right, well that's the XPENG G6. Looking forward to seeing that in Australia. Lots of different colours on this board.